Throw Gang, we are joined by the Prince of the Pimp Coat, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the taking stocks of the Investmandem, James Harris.
Did you just
I don't know, dude. Investmandem?
Okay, cool. All right, got it.
Yeah,
Roger that.
I know, I need to start working on these earlier than 4 seconds before we hit record.
Literally.
Welcome to the weekly running of the boys with today's full episode only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits.
Before we get into waking up at 5 a.m. to Cop John's, the most cursed photo shoot from hell.
Oh, yeah.
And getting that George Santos money. Let's get into a fit check.
Real quick, what did you have for lunch? It smells incredible in here.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks. I cooked up some chicken just in like Cajun spices.
Maybe that's what I'm smelling.
Dark
meat?
Just in the big Dutch oven. Yeah, bro. Come on. Fucking thighs and legs. You know what the fuck going on.
Thighs for the guys.
And then I sliced up some cabbage, some arugula, some brown rice, some red onion, some bird's eye chili, some mint, some cilantro. Made a fucking like a sour spicy peanut sauce dressing.
Bruh.
Mad fish sauce, mad lime, some pickle juice. That's a good secret for you.
Okay. Let me tell you about my brother, though. He is nice in the kitchen.
But it's just like chopping up a bunch of shit, like cooking the chicken and making sure like you don't eat raw chicken is the hardest
You
part.
just described prep. That's cutting up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it smells fucking good, dude. And not just that. I got the fucking Zintin fucking speaking to me like the Green Goblin mask, bro. Fuck.
Pop me, Larry.
Should I do one?
Yeah, you want me to get one? I'll get one while you're doing your fit check.
Okay,
but,
cool. Thanks, bro.
But normally when you come over and I just cooked, I'm like a little self-conscious.
No,
like,
it always
especially
smells-
when it's fish. Especially like if I just cook a bunch of salmon.
That's different. Like, like you can't be the guy in the office microwaving fish in the communal kitchen, right? Like,
yeah, but it's my home.
No,
so.
I know, but like well, this is my office. But to be clear, every time I come over and it smells really good, which is I've been thinking a few times, I'll mention it on pot because you need to get your flowers because you're nice on the sticks, dude.
Thanks. I would love to have. Maybe next time the Fab Five comes over. Okay, not the next time, but maybe next year in the 2 or 3 or 4 times. We have the Fab. Yo, so I got this like little fucking like sexy little like portable camping grill.
Yeah.
Could like cook some steak on there and some veggies.
Ooh,
Be real nice.
What about like you do like
On the
your
balcony.
Jimmy style of like yakitori, dude? Some skewers.
Yeah, I could.
That could be sick.
That's actually my boy Anoop did that with his. He has the same grill, but I don't know.
Is it an expensive apparatus?
No, not really.
It's not the beer laser from last week.
No, it's not that. It's not the fucking.
A lot of people hit me up about the beer laser.
Really?
I think that was like you see people use that technology on like lattes and shit, but I think when you hit it with the fucking Santori malt, people got real interested.
I mean, yeah, they thought we'd have flying cars in 2023.
Right.
We got beer lasers.
Which honestly, I'll take that. Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Yeah. Who was the anti-Semite congresswoman that said the Jews control the space lasers?
Oh,
It's actually the Japanese.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The Japanese control the beer lasers.
They
That's
really
the
do.
real danger.
Yeah, but the Japanese always have better technology. That's like what they do.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that they would have invented beer lasers before whatever the fuck we're coming up with here, dude. Bigger pickup trucks.
Yo, I'm lasering my beer with that shit that killed Shinzo Abe.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Yo, Shinzo Abe was assassinated with a giant beer laser, dude. Like a Ghostbuster style fucking pack.
Just says I heart Suntory in his chest.
Gross.
I guess
Dude.
his back. He got shot in the back.
Damn.
The homemade shotgun.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck.
That's crazy that you do have to. Well, that's because the gun laws are so strict, right? You have to build a yopper.
Yeah. Like a Gundam figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
a
a mech. You
gotta build the-
Shinzo Abe assassinated by mech suit, dude.
You got to build the stick.
Damn. People hate that guy in Japan, right?
He was
I
a big.
know he was killed by a Japanese
one
person,
guy
but-
hated him a lot.
You don't say.
He was a big. He was like conservative,
Right.
Not like crazy like American conservative, and he was a controversial figure. I think he like refused to acknowledge Japanese war crimes.
Whew, yikes.
I think he was more of a hawk than a dove.
Wait, is that like a phrase?
Yeah.
Japanese phrase?
No,
Ooh.
bro, it's a political phrase.
Oh, really? Hawk versus dove?
A dove is someone that wants peace. A hawk is someone that wants war.
Right.
Yeah.
A war hawk.
War hawk
Yeah.
or peace dove.
If you're a war hawk, you have to understand that, like, if that's your ideology, you could get killed with a mech.
I know.
Like, it's going to happen.
Hoisted by his own batard. Yeah, so we're drinking that shit that killed Shinzo Abe. What are you talking about? Zyns? Chicken.
Anyway, Let's do a fit check.
Oh, all right. On the feet. Oh, me? You?
Yeah, you.
Me? If you go, I can get you the Zen.
I'll go. Okay.
That was fast.
I'm wearing a ton of OL today. I came through in camion boots.
Okay. Talk slow so I can come back.
Yeah. All right. Again, wearing a lot of OL. Whoa. Oh, dude. I think we're. I mean, is our mech good?
Yo,
is
this
Voltron
is
good?
This is the shit that killed Shinzo Abe.
For real, dude. Okay. I came in wearing OL camion boots. I have on John Elliott socks. I'm wearing Our Legacy third cut digital print denim. I have on a Drake's sweater.
Nothing underneath.
No, Hanes Pleaser. Because this shit is, I mean, listen, it's good quality wool, but I don't want to have that rubbing against my nip skis.
Right, you need nip tape. What'd you call me?
Shut up, dude.
What'd you call Shinzo Abe?
What is that even? What is the etymology of that slur?
The way you say Japan in Japanese is Nippon. Yeah.
Can a white person say like Nippon?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be a fucking like a white person being like croissant. Oh, but probably worse.
So cool and cultured.
Very cool.
But when you shorten it, that's when we're in bad territory.
Yes,
murky waters.
Or when you shorten the word Japan or Japanese, which I've been watching. I tried watching the Pacific after loving Band of Brothers. Shit is ass.
Well, it hits too close home for you, right?
It's not even that. It's like they do say Jap a lot, which is like, it feels like it's like an overusage, but it's more that like there's like 3 episodes that focus on like the love story when he's just like on R&R in Australia.
Who cares?
Banging a fucking kangaroo broad. But it's like, yo, go back to the fight. And then the fighting is
go back to the fight.
The fighting is war. The fighting's not even that good.
Dude,
it's
you might be a hawk.
It's like guerrilla jungle warfare. So you don't even like really see, I don't know. I gave up.
You want fucking trench, you want no man's land, you want trench warfare.
I want brothers in the foxholes, fucking cowering, pissing themselves, coming out stronger for it, and you really, solidifying that band of brothers, that brotherly bond.
That is the name.
That can
of
only
the
be
show.
forged in a foxhole, where people are definitely
buggering. Definitely Englishmen buggering each other.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah,
English guys fuck each other. That's what they do.
Don't even get me started on the French.
Don't even get me started on the buggering.
You've seen Napoleon?
No, not yet. I want to though. Yeah, it might be a disaster. We're gonna talk a bunch about Sir Ridley Scott. Speaking of Englishmen,
he's a sir.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
okay.
Are you joking me, bro? He's fucking goated.
All right.
Anyway,
is he truly a knight though?
How do you get Sir? He's Sir Ridley Scott. You get Sir, like Sir Paul Smith. You get knighted.
You get knotted. Yeah, you get knit.
You get knotted.
You get knit.
All right. I came through in the big, evil OL Emporio Armani pimp coat, looking like Boris from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Do you remember when
Real
we
villainous.
had ASAP Ferg on Fashion Bros and we had him give us ASAP monikers? Do you remember what yours was?
No.
Oh, you know what mine was?
What?
ASAP Bullwinkle.
Okay. What was mine?
I don't remember.
Oh, all right.
That's why. Am I supposed to remember both nicknames?
Yeah.
I remember mine.
You're the one with the memory. Well, of course you remember yours.
Dude, my memory, again, I have good short term. You're supposed to be the long term guy. I have zero long term.
Of course you would remember yours.
Yeah. So shout out fucking Yoakum for the flow. Also got the sunglasses. And then I made up for that by going fucking hog wild, which we'll get into.
Oh, on the collab of the year, yeah.
And then I have on a 316 white rodeo hat, rollie on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, Skims on the cock, and I am drinking a hydro flask full of Greenpoint's finest, and I'm about to pop a motherfucking Zimbabwe 6 milli gum pilly spearmint.
All right. Upstairs, I was wearing what? Oh, I was wearing Roa slip-on hiking low-top sneaker boots. I don't know. 50% off at Mohawk General Store.
What would hiking in a slip-on be? And do I sound okay with the upper decky?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would hiking with a slip-on be? I don't know. Just kind of like just has like a neoprene ankle collar. They're just fucking slip-ons. They're not mules. They have like a full back.
Right.
I mean, they're not like Merrill Jungle Mocks, but they're definitely in that family.
Are jungle mocks made for hiking or just traversing campus as a fucking non-tenured professor or TA, I guess?
I think more the latter.
Yeah.
I think the Roas do have like a pretty rugged sole. You don't need like a fucking the knee lengths to go on your little cute mile and a half hike.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Right? You don't even need that shit to go up. I mean, you wouldn't wear that shit to go up Everest, but whatever. Just like a wintertime kind of easy slip on, because like most hiking boots, as you know,
dude, the worst.
The amount of work to just fucking lace them up at times is not even worth it. And you can't help but look a little fucking suspect when you're kneeling in my hallway lacing up your hiking boots.
I love hiking boots so much. And it feels like, I mean, not that hiking boots are a galaxy brain move. I feel like a lot of guys are gravitating to them now more so than ever. But the lacing, I'm almost with you where it's like low key not worth it. It's so annoying.
So I got the slip-ons, which have like there's no mesh, so I think I'm going to be wearing them a lot this winter, because they will keep out the fucking elements in all shitty weather. And yeah, I think that it's also just like if you're wearing big pants as we're wont to do, you're covering up most of the hiking boot anyway.
That's fair.
I like of the DMAs that we did with Porter, my favorites were the almost like the sneaker boot.
Oh, sure. Well, it's more sneaker than boot.
It's like a hybrid.
But honestly, the high tops, which I love, and I even have like a GR pair that DMA sent me that you're talking about, me being in the hall for like 10 minutes while like you and a guest are like, can we fucking keep it pushing and make it to the roof there? And I'm like, I need 5. Give me 5.
You want to get off your knees, Lawrence? The fuck?
But so those are like the mid top, whatever. But the low top hiker, that's easier because then you just lace that up like a sneaker.
I'd rather die on my feet than get on my knees and lace up a hiking boot.
That's totally fair.
Then socks are from the homies down under up there. They sent them to me along with a pair of their fucking fire New Balances.
Oh, they crushed those.
Saving for the spring because that's definitely a summer shoe.
Those are on ice, and they're fucking. Honestly, that's a cool metallic sneaker. Speaking of on ice, they crushed that.
Absolutely. The pantalones are EG Aircrew pants. The T is 4S Designs. Doubled up on the road with this fucking loose gauge knit pullover, popover, which I also got from Mohawk General Store.
I think it's kind of like it's like a mesh polo.
Everyone knows. Everyone obviously knows Row for their hiking boots, but like,
you're wearing a knit polo, dog. You're a statistic, bro.
What do you mean?
It's a knit polo.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I seen that on TikTok, dog.
Okay. And then to cap it all off, here's the thing, right? Our legacy workshop.
You know what Jimmy says? Here's the thing. He's about to spit some real shit.
Yeah. Our legacy workshop X Emporio Armani. Probably a lock for collaboration of the year.
Yeah.
You and I, we had our sights set on the things that we wanted and definitely pulled the trigger on. What's really cool, in my opinion, is when you are on Flow Team, when you are getting Yoker's picks, and we're not going to go through them now.
No, I'm just loading it up so that when we do.
When you have someone kind of doing the selecting for you, the selection for you, it's cool, especially from a fucking galaxy brain like Yoakum, who's one of the biggest brains in the world right now.
Large.
It's cool to see his picks and like what he's picking for you, what he's picking for me. And I normally would not have fucking entertained the thought of rocking this reversible. It's 2 vests in 1, right? So it's almost like you're saving money by buying this.
It's reversible shearling.
Yeah.
Gas. Oh shit! Yeah, there's pockets on the inside.
Yeah,
too.
and
Fire.
I'm not gonna lie, vests are a bit tricky, right? It's a tricky John to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
You might end up looking like fucking McLovin. You might end up looking like, Giuseppe in Pinocchio or whatever the fuck his name is. Geppetto. What?
This motherfucker's a Giuseppe,
We can be racist against Italians. They're not
Italian
real.
X, dude.
One of the only folks I've seen really pull off a vest was Yoakum in Stockholm when he was wearing a big, beefy black hoodie. And over that was the leather workshop Stussy joint. Remember that? The black on black.
That is a fucking banger.
With the black shearling.
Yeah, dude. That's a piece. I forgot. Yo, honestly, with the vest, I think it's best the best vest is the outermost layer. Because when you're in between, it's like, okay, I'm keeping my core warm, great. We got function. But the form as that outermost layer over a beefy hoodie or a knit polo like yourself, that's kind of the way, dude.
And I'm not going to lie. I kind of had my doubts about like the actual function of a vest, but I was rocking this running errands out this morning, just giving it a trial run over a old Our Legacy Workshop hoodie from their fucking days when they're making hoodies out of scuba neoprene.
Real heads no type shit.
Real heads no. Just me and Gallagher, really. No offense. But I was like, yo.
I know what it is.
My arms are free, but my core is so warm.
So warm, dude.
It actually worked.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this off, though, soon. Just had to keep it on for the fit check. And then Metalwood Studios, Throwing Fits, collaboration. Shout out Cole. Congrats on making the dumper this past weekend, buddy.
Oh, that's right. Dumper live. Tap in case our Patreon emails go to spam.
Yo, let us know. Do you just want the Rex or do you like the writing? Because we're kind of like wondering about that.
Bro, don't post this question.
I'm really curious. I want to know if people are there for, it's a quick, enjoyable 5 minutes of reading. If you're actually there for the intel, what are you there for?
I definitely feel like I'm more of the man of the people, but what you just did is letting the animals run the zoo type thing.
Great. The inmates are running the Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. All right. I just want to know. I like to think that you wake up, you're literally taking a shit, and you get the notification that there's a new dumper, and that you're just tapping in to just read some bars.
Maybe.
Forpin style.
Yeah.
You think John Moy ever sold anything via Forpins? Nah. People just wanted the pros.
Yeah. One of my entries.
And I'm not saying we're John, but I was his editor and you were his close personal friend. We're both his close personal friend. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
one of my entries was just, theorizing about having sex with one of the garments.
You love doing that. You love talking about fucking garments.
Speaking of Saltburn, we'll get into it.
Oh, damn. Okay. No spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's good. Hanes Boxers, Greenpoint's Finest, Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi sponsored the pod. Fit check. Drink check complete.
Zyn check complete.
Oh, Sun Buddies, Our Legacy Workshop, sunglasses.
Thank you for reminding me. I was wearing Dita frames, courtesy of our boy Waz Dope. It's crazy to see Waz go from a young man on a previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named, eating ass behind Notre Dame
in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower,
and drinking his date's Aperol spritz when she goes to the bathroom. Which was a big piece of intel from him, to now being the head of PR for like the best sunglasses in the world, living in Laguna Beach.
Yeah, glow up of the year,
glow up of the century. Though I guess he's been at Dita. Here's the thing: I don't know where some of my acquaintances and friends work until they then want to flow me free shit. So I didn't know that Waz worked at Dita until he gave us free Ditas, which are, you can take your JMMs and you can fucking shove them up your ass.
Yeah.
This shit's, he told me they take 8 months for one pair to be handmade in Japan. That's worth every fucking cent.
I can't believe you memorized the whole press release. That's crazy.
I know, dude. Well, I'm just doing my job. Shout Waz.
You're doing Waz's job.
Well, his job is to get me to do his job by giving me free $1,000
free
sunglasses.
shit that then you just talk about, for...
Have you worn yours yet? What style did you
2 minutes? I'll wear them when I'm nice and ready.
Okay, damn. I just didn't know what I mean. I know I placed the order for you, but I forget. It was like
I got some like Rockstar shit. No, yeah, kind of like some like Tom Ford, like big like aviators.
Hell yeah.
They got like the metal overlay. I think there's like some red elements to it, but we're not here to fucking suck Dita's dick. Thank you, Waz, for the sunglasses.
I'm trying to get more.
Clearly,
I want a rotation.
Clearly, well, we do have a whole section on Our Legacy Emporio Armani coming up. Okay,
and I'm wearing already 5 pieces. I know. On my body.
All right, fit check, drink check complete. Let's talk about the week that was. Starting with doing some work with your wife.
Oh yeah, I've talked about this before. I'm always reticent to do that because, well, one, I want
to cut me in on the fucking Barbie bag?
No. I want a Nepo bag always, right? So shout out JB. But when it's you two and me, I just feel like a fucking second-class citizen, even though like we're there as talent, because like you guys, I just feel like work better together than I do with my own wife.
Yeah,
or with you. I mean, for that matter.
She and I were like, we were actually finessing and masterminding the whole thing, like with you off text. I don't know if you knew this. More of the back end stuff, but some of the creative as well.
She's like, oh yeah, James just signed the contract. I'm like, okay, cool, good to know. Thanks for letting me know, guys.
But yeah, my PayPal is my personal email.
Yeah,
so happens to work for the pod. Yeah, dude. I mean, whenever it's a three-way link up pause, it's great to finally have somebody because like sometimes I feel with you, I'm just shouting to the void, right? Where
I think she would say the same thing.
I'm making these like astute observations and commentations, and it's just like talking to a fucking like a zinned up wall, right?
Yeah.
But when I have someone there to validate my perspective, I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not being gaslit by this cis hetero straight male.
Is it gaslighting if I'm just too obtuse to even pick up on something?
You're just fucking out here like Patrick from SpongeBob, just like, yeah, shit bouncing off.
I'm a happy-go-lucky cavalier type motherfucker.
But I do think that she definitely preferred working with me versus. And here's the other thing is that I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're a bit of a nightmare on set. With Jenna,
brother.
With Jenna, it's true. With Jenna, you don't dare talk back. You don't dare step out of line.
No.
You don't dare fucking overstep or state your opinion because you know that she's just gonna fucking cut you down to pieces.
Yeah,
as she should.
She, as a director, because this was like her and her team came up with the idea, which I think like we iterated on, executed like to the best. Like I think the final product is actually really fucking fire. A little throwback to Fashion Bros days.
The 40-second IG reel, yeah. Really fire.
Yeah. Throwback to like, us doing skits. Her on set as a director reminds me of some of the all-time greats. We mentioned Sir Ridley Scott, but I mainly think of guys like Fincher,
Why not?
And Kubrick, because they are notorious for being monsters who are in total control, where it's, I want as many takes as possible because trust me, we're going to get the best final result, which is what it's about. So you got to put your fucking head down. You got to listen. You can't talk back. Happy wife, happy set life, happy home life.
When Jen is the director, you actually respect the hierarchy and chain of command. When she's not the director, you don't respect that and actually fuck shit up to the point where
come on, dude. No way.
It ends up taking twice as long.
That was in and out. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I think you need to. You're not good at taking direction, right? And taking direction is a skill. So I think maybe you got to work on that muscle where it's like, yo, we're just here as the fucking faces. We're not here to have like, we're not here as the director. You got to respect the chain of command. It's like if you're on a ship, and the captain starts telling you what to do.
I'm scrubbing the poop deck.
You're getting on your knees.
But that
and it ain't to lace up a hiker, brother.
But that final shot, which I like to think that I blocked on my director of photography, cinematographer shit, I think really fucking sells a great joke at the end, and that was me. I blocked that.
Oh, I look like you lacing up a hiker.
Oh yeah,
in there.
I mean, listen, you guys will see what we're talking about soon. It was cool.
It was a lot of fun. It was easy.
Was a lot of fun. Yeah,
Jen, I sometimes I really appreciate it. When I just let someone else, when I fucking submit, let someone else take control.
Yeah,
of the fucking operation. Because it's hard just fucking making you scrub the poop deck all the time. I don't want to see you scrubbing the poop deck.
And Nepal bags aside, because you actually wear glasses, you finessed free contacts, I think. Yeah. Which is like...
Because Throwing Fits
for
Healthcare...
a man with trash health insurance, this is like truly, your golden goose, dude.
Throwing Fits Healthcare does not have a fucking FSA or HSA or whatever.
Throwing Fits Healthcare, never heard of her, dude.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. You. I'm on that good Warby shit, dude.
I know.
I'm locked in.
Startup life.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we went down the street to...
Oh, yeah.
The Polo store on Prince and Green?
Yeah. I had a panic attack for the first time in a long time.
Crazy. Shout out Marissa. We were just getting
thank you, Marissa.
Getting dressed for a Polo event later that week. And she and I were just fucking catching up, shooting the shit. And you're like running around. You shopping is a pretty intense experience. Just watching you cook is like always, I'm just like, brother, like relax. It's just clothes. It's just clothes, bro.
I guess like I was so excited to, one, be invited by Polo to a party, and then two, to be dressed by them. And then it's like, holy shit, you forget Polo has everything that your heart could ever desire as a Johns enthusiast. And I literally went 0 to 60 being overwhelmed and having a panic attack where I literally like had to lie.
You for real had a panic attack?
I mean, I don't want to.
What happened?
I don't want to disparage.
You made a beeline for the suiting.
Yeah.
Right?
I was trying to like figure out my sizing because I haven't like worn new Polo, vintage Polo, obviously, but I haven't worn new Polo in a long time. I'm like, where does my eating disorder in betweener lifestyle fit? Am I a 42 regular? If I want to wear it over a sweater, am I 44? Then I'm like getting body dysmorphia. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I was overwhelmed and had to remove myself from the situation. I had to go home.
What would lifts do?
I had to decompress on the couch. I had to flip open the laptop, and then I just really was going page by page to get every building block correct. And I was very happy with.
When was last time you went shopping in person? Is this like, again, is this just a muscle you need to start flexing more?
I really think that, and it wasn't until that moment that I'm like, holy shit, I am really just a guy who shops online. If I'm alone, here's the thing. I'm with you. We're kind of on like some type of schedule because Marissa is meeting us at the store to like help us out, right? And finesse this whole, dressing situation. She's got shit to do. So I'm trying to be, conscious of your schedule, her schedule. I also got to get home. I got to walk the dog. Again, just fucking, I couldn't handle it. I could not handle it. I had to get out of the kitchen. It was too hot.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You seem to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do the suede jacket. Like you were like, it's easy.
My method, this is true of like at Drake's, when we were on that shoot, just kind of like, perusing the whole perennial offering. I guess spoiler alert, I don't know, perennials, whatever.
Soon come.
Big things soon come. Is take it all in. Macro.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just soak it all in. No pressure, no rush. Don't ask anyone to like do. That's another thing you do, which is mad annoying.
What? Ask for help from a sales associate whose job is to help?
No, when I'm getting help from that person, you cut in and you go, actually, do you have this in a 48?
Well, while
and I'm
you're
just like, well, sorry, I'm like actually working with this person right now.
Well, while I'm like, if you're already going to go in the back and check the stock, you might as well.
No, I'm talking about Drake's.
Oh.
We're just like, we're like going over there and you're like, oh, actually, did this in a 44? And just like, yo, dude, what?
I mean,
anyway.
I'm a nightmare on set.
I was holding that in for 3 weeks.
Clearly, dude. At least I'm happy you got it off your chest, bro.
Yeah. Therapy's been working wonders.
But yeah, I don't.
What was it about?
You saying a macro?
Macro. Just what are the vibes, bro?
I love learning how to shop.
What are the fucking vibes, bro? What am I going for? Also, the other thing, what's the context, right? It's a girlies party.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to try to chat with some fucking baddies, end up just fucking dapping up Mr. Mort 19 times.
Truly. Yeah.
And, and fucking chilling with Sancho. But,
shout out Sancho, shout out BFA.
Yeah. So,
love that watermark.
I think you go too deep and you got to go wide first and kind of like understand what you're working with and then pick and choose your spots.
Normally I would give no
credit. Like real quick, I was just like, all right, do I want to go like do I want to show up at this party in a suit? No, because I don't look like the fucking accountant.
Ashy or classy?
Do I want to show up looking like young Dolph? RP? Yeah, kind of.
Low key.
And just like the craziest, most neon shit possible. But
which you didn't do.
But that's James being a silly Billy.
Okay.
That's silly Billy Jimmy. Let's reel it in a little bit and let's go, so I went with the big belt buckle, which everyone fucking loved.
That was good.
Suede jacket, which was gas, but I had to take off because it was mad hot down there. And just like a blue stripe polo or blue stripe button down that I'm going to wear quite often.
Yeah, I think for me, and this is what I was about to say. I normally wouldn't give credence to you criticizing me as a fitsman because our personal styles are very different, and with that comes different methodologies of getting dressed. But you're kind of right because whether it's Drake's or Polo, I love those brands so much and have such, I think, experience with them already. I mean, here I am wearing a fucking Drake's knit, but like I already know what I want to look like. So I'm already kind of limiting myself. Where it's Polo, I'm like, okay, there needs to be a tailoring element, especially since it's like, I'm getting it for fucking free. So it's like, I want to maximize my bottom line here, which is greedy, but let's be real. Keeping it a fucking stack. So I think that might be a problem where it's like, if I limit myself before I even cross the precipice of the store, then maybe I'm making things harder for myself because if there's not the exact sport coat, which there wasn't, then Larry's losing it. And I fumbled and literally had to remove myself from the situation.
I thought like Jenna had yelled at you like, yo, go home and take care of Georgie now. The way you fucking hightailed it out of there.
No, what actually created even more anxiety for me is after we shot with her and we had already probably been in the Polo store for like a half an hour. She's like, oh, what are you doing after this? Maybe like let's hang. And I'm like, don't talk to me right now. I'm working. I can't handle this.
Don't talk to me. I'll murder you.
I can't answer another fucking question right now. I got too much fucking internal turmoil happening as it is.
Bitch, don't talk to me when I got the beater on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call Jenna a bitch.
No, it's totally fine. I've done it enough times on this show that I already probably thank God she doesn't fucking listen. Oh, speaking of which, dude. So all this being said, finally getting the fit that I was super happy with. The cargos of which I love. I got 2 pairs. Made it into the dumper.
2 pairs of pants?
Well, the cargos come in green and tan, and I'm like, I think I need both.
I think I'm going to wear both to this party.
Which is enough.
I'm going to fucking bin slacking it.
I think the other, literally this this subject of the email I sent to Marissa later when I like made my multiple selects was Larry Build-A-Fit. Because
2 pants?
2 pants.
One for each leg and one for the cock.
Jenna, did the same thing where she got dressed via links, right? And everyone was just giving her, like, no one even, despite all my anxiety, no one said one single thing about whether I looked good or even bad. Everyone's just like, oh my God, your wife fucking crushed it. I'm like,
okay, so what was your final fit? It was a suit with a denim shirt underneath, right?
Yeah.
So can I just tell you why?
It wasn't a... Okay,
right, go ahead. No. Cargos with the double-breasted...
the iconic Polo blazer, which is I was happy to get my hands on finally. It's a grail for me. You might hear about it at the end of the year.
Teddy bear sweater, right? With the fucking, like a bib piece underneath. What the fuck was that?
She literally got just a normal, like, cotton button down and was too hot with the sweater that she, before the party, dipped into a bar to also grab a drink, and then asked for scissors and went to the bathroom and cut her shirt into a bib.
Okay.
Which, again,
fire.
Enough that, like, she was getting love on social media from Mr. Moore for that. No one fucking said shit to me.
What a DIY girlie. Yeah. She was getting love.
And then the skirt, and then she had the beautiful fucking flannel skirt.
Because you dressed like Larry. You didn't dress like someone...
I dressed like I went Ralph. I dressed like how you're supposed to wear Ralph.
You went fucking Larry Epstein mode. You dressed like fucking rich sleazy guy, or sleazy guy cosplaying as rich sleazy guy. Where she kind of went for it, right? She went for the big polar bear sweater. I had the big fucking polo buckle, which people loved. You just
I had a polo buckle too.
You were not the big boy. You limited yourself. That's I want to see you fly, bro.
All of us dressed like on our Polo shit. We looked like out of a lookbook in a good way.
But only one of us is complaining about not getting fucking the love that they thought they deserved.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because like normally Jenna doesn't want to go to any events regardless. This was like, I was so hyped that she came, and then I'm like, this bitch is fucking stealing my shine. I can't bring her anywhere. She's fucking working the room. She's getting flicked. She's on the homegirl's IG. She's fucking all over the place, and no one even gives a fuck about me. I'm like, no wonder I fucking roll solo or with you.
Yeah, because you gotta, come on, you gotta let her shine. Why are you trying to shine block your wife?
You're right, and I'm very happy that she did shine. But I'm like, yo, like, can you share a little bit of the fucking spotlight, lady?
Yo, babe, can you cut my shirt into a fucking bib?
Yeah, right. Whose bib do I have to cut to get fucking flicked up at this party?
Let these nips fly.
I thought we all looked great, and ultimately, I ended up walking away. And I don't care if I'm in a picture or not, whatevs. I was on BFA. But getting a grail that I wanted for a long time. That's like the iconic Polo sport coat, blazer, whatever. And now it is mine. And I got it.
Congrats.
42 regular. Size up.
Huge week for you.
Honestly, it was the highlight of my week, bro.
The highlight of my week was joining Watch Talk, which after that night, I went out and I met up with people at the Colbo 2-year anniversary. Shout out Colbo. Congrats on 2 years
also
of excellence.
Also in the dumper.
The overcoat that I really wanted, they fucking sold it instantly. But I learned how many they made. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It's got to be. They're like everything's got to be small batch and sustainable, right?
Super, very, yeah. All made in New York, super small, etc. But I linked up with a bunch of homies, and including Mike Nouveau, who I've never really, truly socialized with, but we were like hanging, bro. We were like fucking kicking it. Got to get him on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna book Mike, guys. It's gonna happen.
And
I know he wants to come on.
And I joined Watch Talk, which I know
how was that, dude?
Is a world that I don't want to get into.
One, because I shit on publicly on multiple occasions.
It's a symptom. It's not the disease. All right.
Okay.
We'll talk about the disease later on at the fucking cursed photo shoot from hell.
God. Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I was just like, I thought it was mad funny. He was just like, yo, what time is it? And then, to his credit, sober, he was very quick. He's like, oh, let me check my phone. Mad funny.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike.
No, he's fucking quick, dude. It's gonna be that's gonna be a fun pod. And I feel like that's one that, and I'm not saying it's like you're speaking of block and shine, like again, we're hating the game, not the player. And Mike is the LeBron of that shit. Like, let's be clear. I think it's gonna be a fantastic pod. The only thing is like there's so much more. I wonder if people are going to come wanting Watch Talk as if it were like on our Blammo shit, which is like what Jeremy would do with Mike and has done with Mike. Whereas like we want to talk about like the fucking party years. Him like when he was fucking dripped out and fucking crazy goth ninja shit. Yeah. All the fucking fat titty bitches he's best friends with. Like the good shit, dude.
What that TikTok pussy doing? And I'm not talking about the app. Where am I? I don't know.
I see what you did there.
Unfortunately, because I was out a little later that night than you. Well, so I forgot to. I had a reminder. This is the one time that a Siri reminder did not work, and maybe it's because I got my old phone, which is RIP.
Yo, finally out the paint, dude.
I know the biggest inconvenience in your life has come to an end.
Inshallah, dude.
What was I saying? Oh, bro. So I had a reminder to set my alarm for 4:55 a.m. Friday morning, right, for when the Our Legace Emporio Armani shit dropped. I had my fucking pick set. I knew what it was going to run me. I was fully prepared to take a fucking dent in the old checking account. Bought my credit, get some miles, whatever. Bro, I fucking woke up an hour and a half at like 7:30, and I fucking woke up in a panic.
Yeah.
Immediately fired up the site. Was able to secure, I think, about 4 things. Was 2 of them were like picks that I had already identified that I definitely wanted. But I wasn't even able to read the fucking the sizing.
Well, I knew you overslept because the group chat, one of our group chats, was already firing about what people were copying before you even like had a chance to respond.
I know.
Now, this is also coming from me. I think I woke up at like 8 and there was all, hundreds of messages. and
damn, this is fucking pathetic.
No, for sure. Well, yeah. I mean, I called myself, speaking of the dumper, not to reference things that you can easily read, but I was like, yeah, I'm a loser with no life. I think a lot about clothes more than the average bear. So, you got to know what you're getting into if you're fucking a best friend behind the paywall. But I was surprised at how many things that I wanted were actually still available. And clearly the people that I was going up against didn't set their alarms at all.
Shit is expensive. I think, yeah. It's like it did go live at 5 a.m. I was very upset that I wasn't able to get my hands on either of the pimp coats. There are 4 total, right? The murdered out one, there's that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what the fourth one is. It's more of like a Glen plaid, I think.
Yeah, they're like Donegal tweeds.
Then there's like a herringbone one.
Yeah.
And then that fucking like deep rust red. That was my number one. And then the fucking herringbone was my number two. Both actually the red one was available was on Our Legacy, but it's sold out.
Mm-hmm.
The others were,
split them up
across like Dover Street.
amongst the many global Dover Street markets.
Yeah. Anyway, the haul was I was able to get one of the short sleeve shirts with kind of like a quarter zipper up here, perfect for the summer. And the other one that I had my sights on already was another like quarter zip one, but it's a long sleeve herringbone, much like the coat with the contrast cuffs, which in the lookbook is styled with the vest.
Yeah.
So I might actually, or not the lookbook, but in the product page. So I might actually give it a shot. And then the two pieces that I got kind of just on a whim was a bomber jacket.
Yeah, the
like a flight jacket, which is very cropped. So I'm
very cropped.
Gonna have to work around that. And the fucking leather moto gloves.
The gloves are sick.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't wear gloves at all because I'm too addicted to my phone where like I can't. One, I don't want to wear like shitty like touch, like, gloves that work on a touch screen that you would get at TJ Maxx. Like my mom's going to get me a pair. I'm going to say thank you and I'm going to fucking donate them immediately. But like a great pair of like, these are fire leather gloves. They look sick, but it's like, I'm never going to wear them because I can't use my phone.
But do leather gloves?
No.
Leather gloves don't work with iPhones,
no,
right?
Of course not, bro. Yeah. No. You have to buy specific gloves that work with your phone. It's a technology that has not been adopted broadly yet.
You know, be fire is if you take them to a tailor, if you buy like a cheap pair like Uniqlo touchscreen gloves, and you like yo circumcise this bitch, and fucking take that foreskin and surgically graft it onto my Armani leathers. That'd be
just like
sick.
That'd be some. Speaking
fuck
of
fuck a heart transplant.
Yeah.
Fuck like medical breakthroughs. Like that's what we should be working on.
They did surgery on a glove. That's some shit that the Japanese definitely they're already working on that in the laboratories.
Oh,
they're doing R&D
that's what killed
shit.
Shinzo Abe. He was trying to kill that scientific program. That's why that guy murdered him.
We both missed out on suiting.
Yeah,
which seemed to be from this is me rubbing the crust out of my eyes at 8. Seems to be the thing that went first and foremost. Which like people buying suit separates and creating a suit.
Didn't even think about that,
purchases.
But duh. I mean, fucking duh.
I mean, and it's funny because like when you're looking at like stylized lookbook shots, you're like, okay, these suits look good. They look loose. They look like exactly how you want a suit to be. Then you look at the product photos and you're like, oh man, the gorge is like exactly like the 90s Armani style. It's like those were fucking perfect. And those sport coats gone in 60 seconds.
It's also like for me, it's like, all right, like a black suit is something that's missing in my repertoire. I have like a cheap one from Uniqlo, but it's like, this was a chance to get a fucking fire black suit that will last my entire lifetime. And I have the pants, but I don't have the jacket.
And it's going to look different from any suit that you could ever get anywhere else, right?
But some of these Johns, this might be one of the few times in recent years where I've tried to like fucking Captain Ahab them and hunt them down on Grailed.
Absolutely.
Or like try to fucking figure out a tradesy situation. I don't know. Keep your eyes on the Throwing Fits subreddit. 17,000 people strong.
Yeah. Okay. I went fucking psycho mode.
I know you did.
I wonder if like the poll.
This is the most. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. This week of yours has been a full anomaly from like typical Larry behavior.
Yeah. Well, I think well, the itch has been scratched. I don't know if like
talk about the panic attack first of all.
My meltdown at Polo, and then
inviting your wife to a function so you couldn't get out of fucking Pocky.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then spending mad money buying clothes.
Yeah. Okay. So
very rare.
So Larry got the leather. Boom. Hero piece.
The tomato.
Yeah. Larry also got the auto bluson, the other crop jacket, the gigantic joint.
Yeah.
So I got 2 pieces of outerwear. Then I got the fucking roll neck. Then I got the fucking crew neck. Then I got like just the normal,
eagle crew neck?
The what?
The eagle crew neck?
No, the crew neck that says like the Emporio Armani workshop logo lockup in the mocha. Then I got the Garibaldi shirt, which is just like the normal striped big guy, kind of like their borrowed shirts, but with the the Armani flair.
It's like a light brown, beigey tonal situation.
It's definitely white with like beigey stripes.
Okay, yeah.
Just looking.
I was looking at that, but I have something very similar from the good folks at Polo.
Yeah, and then I got both of the tees as well. The cat kind of yin yang. No, the cat yin yang. And then just the black shirt that's a clean front, but then with the big kind of like vintage Emporio Armani vintage graphic on the back.
Fire.
So. Do the math for yourself. But I was like, damn, dude, I'm a fucking shopper again.
You went crazy.
And again, itch being scratched. Maybe just this morning, I went back to the fucking source and got the other third cut digiprint in the blue jean version.
Oh, from the main release?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I just like going, I mean, listen, we love OL. It's probably the most talked about brand on this podcast. Larry obviously notoriously never spends any money unless it's like the few brands we love that we're not on Flow Team, which we're from here on Flow Team, like Stussy, like those leather pants I just got. But fucking dude, I'm a fucking OL fucking power shopper. VIP.
You quintupled your purchased Johns with currency
I might
in this year alone in one morning.
If you just, and I understand that two of these things are t-shirts and, oh, I didn't even mention I got the roll neck too. Did I say that? Oh, I did say that. Okay. The amount of OL Emporio Armani pieces that I bought that it might, all right, should I actually count up how many? All right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn.
That is more Johns than I've probably bought total in the past like 4 years.
No, I don't know about the 4 years.
Okay,
I would say
maybe 2 years.
1 year at least.
Without a doubt. For sure. Gun to head, absolutely. Maybe past 2 years.
Yeah. I mean,
over, under 2 years might even be over, dude.
I'm glad you're getting back to shopping because like some people are saying that Larry's lost his touch. Larry's no longer a man of the people. He's no longer the people's champ. We're just a Flow Team
I lost
only.
my touch like a leather glove.
That's what I'm saying. The leather gloves, you know why I'm remembering like literally waking up and buying them? Because it is like, again, our love for OL aside.
What size glove did you get, by the way? Because with glove size, I'm like, there was like, you could get like small, medium, or large. And I'm like,
I think just medium.
What kind of,
medium.
It's like, I feel like I'm at the combine. Like, what is the fucking, what size? All right, you want to do, let's compare hands, dude.
Medium.
Oh, bro. See ya in 2 rounds behind me, bro. You need big hand. Quarterbacks with big hands get drafted higher.
You can't throw a football. You can't throw a football, dude.
Well,
I can Tommy DeVito over here.
I can throw a fucking vortex, I'll tell you that much, dude. Out the stadium, dude.
What were we talking about? Oh, the gloves. I was like, you know what? That's history right there. You understand? Like, I want a piece of that. You know, I feel like that's like it's not something I'm gonna fucking wear that often, but it's a little memento where it's like. And there's other our legacy pieces as a fucking superhead. Pause. You know, it's like I got to get a piece of history.
If the glove fits,
you got that drip.
Okay, sure. Yeah, actually, that was better than I was just trying to lay you up for the. You must have quit.
Why would I say that though?
I don't know. You're right. The pun is better.
Okay, our Friday continued on with copping Mad Johns. You know, it's rare that the day starts off on such a high and then plummets to a fucking depth of the Mariana Trench that we were at. We are on.
What can we say?
We are under NDA. We cannot mention the publication. We were invited to a photo shoot that you were contacted first, and you kind of ran point on setting this up.
First mistake. Right? Never let Larry run.
Let Larry run point. He's a 2. He's not a 1.
Maybe don't draft me as a quarterback. Maybe I'm more of like a receiver.
You're like a 4,
like a slot guy.
I'm
a stretch 3, dude.
Yeah, you're a power forward, right? You're a fullback. You're a fucking hardworking, blue collar, stolen valor white guy. You're a fullback.
You know what it's called when you take a poop, piss, and beat off? That's a stretch 3.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I thought that was funny.
Is that real?
No, I just made that up right now.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good, right?
Sure.
If you're pissing shit and beating off, stretch 3. Because like a 1, whatever. Okay. We're just workshopping. We're just, you know.
Don't let Larry run point on setting up photo shoots and riffing.
Here's the problem with me running point is that as a yes man, I typically agree to everything.
As a yes man and someone that, photos of me? Yes.
And I'm asking no questions,
right.
Which is, listen, if you get invited or requested to do something, you should at least ask 1 question,
a few,
per chance 2, maybe even 3.
Yeah. Okay, so we can't talk about what the publication was, but the gist or concept of the shoot was we're going to get mad.
Should I bring up the email? There was like a phrase they used.
We can't quote them. We want to get a chaotic, like decadent gathering of folks.
Yeah.
Can we say that, right? We can say that.
Group photo shoot.
Group play.
I'm trying to look and see if there's anything I can say.
Probably not. You shouldn't run point on what you can or can't say.
I mean, it already happened. I guess it's not out yet, obviously. But.
It's not out. It's coming out early December. We get there. I was running a little late because somebody got hit by a train at my station and my station.
You're the curse, dude. If you see James in your station, someone's going to get hit by a train. This happened.
Oh, true. Well, it happened like
this is the Shane Gillis joke where if like a Make-A-Wish kid sees John Cena, it's the angel of death. Like literally, dude. You're if you are in the subway with James, leave because someone is getting pushed in front of a fucking
Step back
train,
from the platform.
Yeah.
So I had to city bike in and I fucking rushed. I'm like, oh my God, this is really important. I get there. You're like, bro, this is fucking terrible. I regret everything. Fuck.
It was, I kind of want to be mean, but it's like, I don't think we really had no idea what we were showing up for.
It was a group of content creators, right? And I say content creators because, I fucking hate that phrase. And I left afterwards and I'm like, I text my friends, my non-fucking fashion friends. I'm like, yo, boys, do you consider me a content creator?
Yikes. Tough question to ask.
And one of them goes, yeah. And I'm like, fucking kill me. So we're sitting in this room. There's some friends there. We see the fucking homies from the East Villains, just two of them. Not all of them, though.
Big
right?
Dick Nige and Cody.
Yeah, they're trying to, Cody 1, not Cody 2. They're trying to fucking drive a wedge between the East Villains by only inviting some of them to the shoot and not others. Let me just say this.
Here we go.
It was mainly TikTokers, right?
I think one chick in my low grouping, one woman in my grouping she's a baker on IG.
Okay.
And then it was us podcasters, and then everyone else was a TikToker.
Seemingly so. Mm-hmm. So I sit next to you, and I don't really know I like see faces I kind of recognize from like TikTok, IG, whatever.
You want to shout out some notable other people that were there? The VIP list girls were there.
We'll get into that.
Okay, sorry.
Kit Keenan, who was the daughter of Cynthia Rowley, and was on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Wherever there's like mad women and one dude, she was on there.
The Bachelorette.
Okay. And she's like a IG.
Oh, wait. Mad
girly.
women, one dude, The Bachelor.
Sure.
So I had it. Yeah. 50-50 shot, blew it.
Yeah. The Bachelor, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
Our
boy, Ryan Serhant.
Ryan Serhant was there. Jay Keacho from Righteous Eats.
Oh, that's right.
I respect what he does.
Yeah. He's fire.
I'd seen him Thursday night too.
It was like your Explore page come to life, honestly, is what it was.
Here's what,
or your FYP page if you're a cool Gen Z person on TikTok.
I'll just say this, and yes, I'm about to drop a fucking bar. I was sitting in the corner. There was a woman sitting across from me. I tried to make some small talk with her because we were like sat first, and then like people kind of built out the scene like around us. Mm-hmm. I'm making small talk. She's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I have a podcast." She's like, "Oh, that's so cool. What's it about?" I was like, "Oh, it's about like, we interview people, and then it's just kind of us like riffing
what is
on
it about?
like, ostensibly it's about fashion." And she's like, "Oh my God, I do fashion content too." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then she's like, "Yeah, small business life, right? Like it's me, my assistant, my manager." And jokingly, I was like, "Oh, haha, you have a manager? Yo, if they're looking for more clients, like, yo, tell them to bang my line." And she's like, "Oh no, I don't think it'd be really a right fit for you guys." And I'm like,
"Based on what?"
She's like, "Yeah, she doesn't do podcasters." I'm like, "Yo, have a fucking sense of humor. I'm just killing time talking to you."
Also, wait, so for a normal content creator, we're as podcasters second-class citizens? Because
that's fucking backwards.
Because in that fucking room, I have never more felt like a real, true capital J journalist than I ever have in my entire life. When it's like, and of course there are some like, because Ryan Serhant is a celeb, right?
Sure, yeah.
But like, it's like if you take what, I don't want to gas this up and start any more beefs, but if it's like you take what we do week in, week out, long form content, diving deep into a variety of subjects versus like restaurant reviews that happen in less than 1 minute.
We did have a content as creator week where it's like, oh, we got dressed by Polo and had to go to this Polo party.
But that's
we had to do SpawnCon.
Okay.
We did the Warby Parker SpawnCon.
Hearing the conversations at this event clued me in on a couple things. One is that I never want to be in a room like this ever again, where the conversation goes as follows. What kind of content do you create? Most people say food reviews. And then the next question is how many followers do you have? And we're talking in the millies, dude. Okay. So I want to learn, I don't want to ever hear that conversation ever again. And then two, the influencer person that exists on IG that like you and I sometimes fucking wade into those waters. Like these kind of people are post that. This content creation, these people do not consider themselves influencers at all.
I was looking around. So I was like, as the room started to fill up, and people were, the woman across from me was like able to find other people to talk to, and not the fucking R-worded podcaster that accidentally called her old to her face.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. Yeesh.
She's like, oh, I've been in this for this many years. I'm like, oh, so you're an old vet? And she's like, not really.
Yikes.
I'm like, oh no, I meant like an old pro. It's like, oh no, I meant like a veteran. Like
you can't use old
I know.
in any context with any member of the fair.
Whatever. Maybe that was a Freudian slip. I'm just like, shut up, stop talking to me. Let me just fucking chill here and just scroll my phone. As like the VIP list girlies are sat right here. Fucking some guy in a full mid pooper kid super getup is next to me.
What did that guy do?
I have no idea. I was like, I'm not even going to try and talk to you. But hearing these people talk again, as like, first of all, calling them content creators, I'm like, it's hard enough when someone asks me what I do and I had to say podcaster.
You got to take some pride in your work, dude.
That's still embarrassing. These people like loudly and proudly being like content creator and having those conversations where so shamelessly being like, oh, how many followers do you have?
Let's collab.
Yeah. Oh, how's your IG? Oh my God, girl, you should totally just like go live while you're eating. And then like, don't worry. Yeah, you get the creeps, but like they'll definitely follow you to TikTok. And seeing them engage in behaviors where like, anytime I fucking take a selfie like this, I find it very embarrassing and maybe a necessary evil, especially if you're single and dating. Right?
Yeah, right.
It is
don't hate the player, hate the game.
And maybe it's just me being old and out of the fucking, this is not normal behavior for me. The amount of fucking this all after the whole shoot, I was like, yo, are you people doing a bit? Is this real?
Dude, it's not taking pride in your work. It's like hubris, bro. These people fucking live it.
I'm like, how do you breathe it? How do you take yourself seriously?
And that's why they're successful.
How do you listen to the things you're saying and doing the things you do and not want to just fucking jump off the roof of Columbus Circle right now?
Well, we live in a different world. And here's another thing I noticed. Just like a content creator has replaced influencer, SpawnCon has been replaced by brand deal. I'm hearing all these people talk, oh, I'm doing this. This is my next brand deal. And I'm like, okay, interesting. SpawnCon has become like a pejorative. That's like a good little takeaway. I'm going to start saying, oh yeah, we did a brand deal with my wife at Warby Parker. We did a little brand deal with Polo Ralph Lauren, which is getting a free blazer. But that was interesting to me. And then another thing that's crazy that I don't think I mentioned to you, speaking of old pro and offending a woman, I had a conversation with another dude there and Ryan Serhan. And by the way, Ryan Serhan had zero recollection that he had been on Failing Upwards.
I mean, come on, this guy like as a realtor, he interfaces with like 70 people a day.
And I can't say this for sure, but what we deduced is that Ryan Serhan was the oldest guy there, and then me and you were the next oldest people in that entire room. And and that seemed pretty clear, just like on a superficial level, but like to kind of like dig into it, it was like, oh yeah, definitely. Like if you're in this room and you're 36, going on 37 or already 37, you are aged out, dog. And again, I do not know why we were invited. No one interviewed us. No. We were not asked a single fucking question besides something for TikTok.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. There was a couple guidelines like don't wear any hats, don't wear any scarves.
No logos.
Reason. No logos, obviously, because of, photo usage. And then, wear something bright or fun that shows off your personality. But the other main rule is that any content that you create at the shoot has to be embargoed until the official thing comes out. And just like you're talking about with all these people shamelessly taking selfies or, collabing with people there to hold to a later date, I don't think I touched my phone once. I'm like, I don't want there to be any more evidence that I was ever in this room.
I was just scrolling through my phone so that I was checking the weather app so I wouldn't have to talk to anybody.
Dude.
Yo, it was a breezy 51 degrees, let me tell you, brother.
Let me ask you the $1 million question, the $1 million listing question. If I had asked a question, or if you had come in once you were CC'd and asked a question and we figured out what it was, would you have still agreed to do it?
I don't know. I mean, it's still...
Right? But the fact that, and I feel the same way, where it's like the fact that we don't even know is like... And by the way, shout out this publication. Hopefully we look good.
Forget the publication, right? Forget the publication. Just being in the fucking heart of darkness of content creators, influencers, and like... Yeah, it's easy. Like the fucking, for example, the VIP list girlies who we got in a beef with, who I didn't know who they were. And then you're like, yo, look, it's the VIP girlies.
Well, I heard them, having the same conversation that we just mentioned.
And they were
and that's how I was able to make the Doc Sean.
So I was in the corner booth in the back corner, and they were kind of like on the elevation level above me. And first of all, I kind of wanted to be because I was bored. I'm like, yo, like, should I mention that we had fucking beef with them?
I said the same thing to me, and I'm like, you want to get into a Don Draper who, like, I don't even think about you moment? Hell no.
So I turned to them, which I regret because immediately accidentally got a full upskirt. So looked away, and then kind of like did like I came over this way and looked up, and I was like, yo, have you guys reviewed this restaurant?
Oh, right. Yeah.
And they go, yeah, we fucking roasted it. And we're just like, oh shit, like, do they recognize you? Like, I couldn't have a conversation with these folks and leaving there, maybe want to just move to the suburbs and live a normie lifestyle and like throw my fucking phone in the river.
Right.
And it just made me like,
rethink every life decision you've ever made up until the point of agreeing to let me run point on a photo shoot.
Rethink everything
Request.
where, I mean, also like... going to events, getting fucking tagged on IG, reposting. Oh, fucking look at me at this thing. I'm fucking wearing that. I'm fucking with these people. I'm just like,
what voice is that?
That's my content creator voice.
I like that, dude. You should do that all the time. That's good. I like that.
It's my content creator voice. I'm just like, bro, like the repost economy. Like
no, the politics of the
repost politics, the repost economy, like fucking kill me. Like, oh, like I'm ghost tagging you. And you know why I'm ghost tagging you, right? You know why I'm ghost tagging you?
Yeah.
Or the fucking bro, it just made me kind of like, I don't know, a little nauseous. All week just seeing that shit. Like to ourselves, to everyone else, like getting tossed into the fucking heart of content creator darkness.
Normally on a shoot, just like I'm a nightmare, you're extremely polite. Like we said, you're typically running point. I've never seen you, and you're really polite, and almost like now that I'm thinking about it, maybe like overcompensating for me being a fucking diva or whatever.
A what?
A diva.
Oh, I thought you said diva.
What would that be?
I don't know. You do pronounce some words real strange.
No Zyn in the mouth either, so that was just straight from fucking.
Where is it? Oh, it's in the tin.
No, it's. I kind of wanted to hide it from you, but it's resting on the corner of your coaster.
How do you say? Yo, I'm a little tired. I'm a little weary.
Oh yeah. Well, weary is the right. It's when I say
I'm a little skeptical. I'm a little.
I'm weary. I say wary.
I'm wowie.
We've established that. I cannot pronounce that correctly. Every time I'm going to say wary. Like it's Larry when it should be weary. The best thing is we had a call recently where I said it and then I just tried to correct myself, but then I just said it wrong again. I doubled down. My point was I have never seen you.
We taught it.
I have never seen you so rudely eject faster from a set in my entire life. Oh, by the way, this restaurant. So when it all comes out, and I get that it's there for a vibe and the food is like props. I didn't eat anything that was promised. They were like, oh, because it's going to be food and drink and all this stuff.
And one of the biggest reasons why I was like, oh yeah, fucking let's do it was they're like, oh yeah, and there'll be lots of food and drink. And I was like, all right, great. I think the food is supposed to be really good. And one thing, the one woman that I couldn't hold a conversation with, and I think she felt bad, and she kept turning to me like, she'd be like, oh my God, what pose are you doing? I'm just like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, I want some babka. And there's a bunch of babka out on the table. And she finally got her hands on something, took a piece, and she goes, ew, it's garlic bread.
Damn, she thought the garlic bread was a babka?
Well, the food stylists were like, yo, the food looks a certain way to really pop in photographs, but it's not going to taste like it looks like.
Right.
And she thought it was a chocolate babka. It was fucking garlic bread.
I'd rather it be garlic bread than chocolate babka. But
either.
To the VIP, what do they call VIP list?
Yeah.
To the VIP list girlies credit, roasting this place. I didn't eat a single bite of this prop styled food, but at a certain point, I had what looked like an apple teeny as a drink on my table as a prop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we were the first group to get seated and we're sitting around. It was a hurry up and wait thing. We're waiting for 50 more content creators to get fucking, set up. So I'm like, let me just try this. It wasn't an apple teeny, and I'll say what the drink is, and if anyone's made it like this far and is really paying attention, you can like Google it to figure out what the restaurant was. It is a pepperoncini martini. It was, okay, I'm not exaggerating, the worst drink that I have ever tried in my entire life. And that's like a staple. And I get how it looks. Bro, it looks like fucking, speaking of Ninja Turtles last week, it looks like a Secret of the Ooze cocktail.
Damn, was it pepperoncini teeny?
A pepperoncini, dude. It sucked So much shit, dude. It is the worst cocktail I've ever tried in my life. It was so bad that then I was like trying to make, I'm chilling in this weird corner with I got the baker, I got Big Dick Nige, I got a white guy from Jamaica who does pranks. And then I got like a cutie who like clearly was not trying to talk to anyone.
Damn, bro, you're in the good corner. I was in the fucking.
But I was literally like, this was my pitch to everyone. I was like, you have to try this. It's the worst drink of all time. I was like, and no one. And weirdly, that pitch didn't work. But I'm like, it's so bad, you have to try it. It was horrendous.
Damn, I kind of want to try one now,
bro.
Well, no, I don't.
I will never go to this place. It was so bad.
I literally,
and now
after that,
I have this trauma associated with it.
After we parted ways, I was like, I need to go for a fucking walk. I need to touch grass. I went for a walk in Central Park.
Just to like decompress?
Just to be like, what the hell was that? Like, are these people our peers? I don't think so. But the higher ups at this publication are maybe saying that we are. So what the fuck is going on? I don't know. And then I just biked home.
I don't know why we were invited. And the other thing too that was mind-blowing to me is I understand that there is a hierarchy of content creators on TikTok, right? Especially when we're in the millions upon millions of followers, like we mentioned. But the fact that there was no Isaac Likes, Mike Nouveau, the homie Nolan, Wolf, just no one from like even remotely associated with our world. It's like, what are we doing here?
We
were on an island, brother.
There were some fashion guys, but it's TikTok fashion where the guy in the fucking Kid Super full head to toe getup looking like Killer Trav. Somebody like there was a guy that was like I definitely think he thought he's the big swinging dick in the room where he's like, oh, we're doing shots. We're doing shots. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, but
he was standing
thought
and
he was
like
big swinging dick till fucking Big Dick Nige came in, bro.
Big Dick Nige fucking mushroom tatted his ass.
Shout out Chris, dude.
But he was like trying to be the guy that was like, oh yeah, like we're fucking partying, right? Oh, can I get a drink? Like, can we get drinks over here? Bro. And then he walked by the fucking guy in the mid poop and goes, yo, I fucking love your kid super fit, bro. And I'm just like, all right, if you're the fashion guy, like, yo, we're all fucked here.
We are fucking out of our element, dude. Yeah, it was
out of our Elementsky.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that you think you're showing up for a cover shoot and then you find out very quickly that it ain't being on the cover is shit.
Yeah.
You're just in a straight up, you're in a spread. And I am appreciative of every invite. All press is good press. Again, I really hope that
it gives us 30 minutes of content.
Yeah, and I really hope that you and I like look good. And here's the thing, right? Like the fact that no one asked a single question, we're just going to be in a group shot and then it's going to say like James Harris co-host throwing fits like next to your picture. Like I don't know. No one has asked us for a single quote.
Who knows, bro? But let's get posy for a second. If that was the low moment of the week.
The low moment of the year, dude.
I don't know about that.
The month?
I don't know about that. Maybe the month.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still Thanksgiving.
I don't know. You're the one in therapy, so you tell me.
Yeah, and it's great.
But I'm saying, I'm assuming you talk through your low moments. Did you talk about this in therapy? Can you talk about that?
No, what day is it? Oh, no.
You're going to bring up the photo shoot for Mel?
It was the day after therapy. I mean, Thursday therapy.
Just mean next week, whatever.
Probably not.
This week.
But high moment for me personally was seeing Flick of the Year, Saltburn.
Oh, yeah.
At the Alamo, which I haven't been to the Alamo in a minute. I forgot how much fun it is.
That's my theater, baby.
It's a great theater. I don't know, just like the vibe, everything, whatever. Saltburn, Flick of the motherfucking year. Fuck Oppenheimer. Fuck Barbie. Fuck the Marvels. What other movies came out that are like the contenders?
Priscilla.
I haven't seen Priscilla yet.
I'm sure it's bad.
Saltburn, Flicky of the fucking yearski.
I heard it's for the girls and the gays.
Dude, I was definitely one of the only straights in there. I went in not knowing what it was about.
Had you seen the trailer?
No, I just knew that it was Jacob Elordi and Barry Keegan.
Obsession.
Yeah, Irishman. And
no, but like the trailer makes it very clear that it's like underprivileged guy becomes obsessed with rich guy.
So I basically thought it was like a Call Me by Your Name situation, just based on like the photographs and the queer baiting that they've been doing on the red carpet.
Very effectively, I might add.
Yeah, for sure.
Those boys be looking good.
While we're waiting for our fried pickles, I was like, yo, what's the synopsis of this film? Let me just have like a little bit, because I like going in like, blank canvas.
Those fried pickles are hit or miss. How'd they hit?
We actually didn't order fried pickles. We got the sweet gochujang cauliflower bites.
I love those.
Fire.
They're great, dude.
So good. And the mozzarella sticks also really good.
See, those have
a
usually
lot thinner than the ones at Bernie, so it's like more of a crunch.
It's more of like a snack.
It's like a
snack
Lunchable.
shack.
It's like a Lunchable thing.
They're clearly like just a frozen mozzarella stick that's getting deep fried. They've typically been way too salty for me in the past, so I don't get them
you love
anymore.
your salt.
Not that much, dude. Anyway, so Saltburn.
Speaking of salt,
What can you say without spoiling?
dude?
Did Barry go crazy? I
So
love
much
him,
fun.
dude.
Jacob Elordi's eyebrow piercing. Best supporting actor or actress. I'm not here to gender the eyebrow stud.
So this takes place in the mid 2000s, right?
It takes place in either 2002 or 2006. It's like, yeah, they go to college. That unpopular nerd befriends the cool kids.
It's college or high school?
University.
Oh shit, uni. Uni man.
Then they go and spend a summer at the rich kids like manor.
Saltburn.
At Saltburn. Jacob Elordi. I only really know him from Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen Priscilla. I've not seen anything else he's been in where he was like, I've seen his fucking, street style where he's like
Carrying a purse.
or walking around barefoot. I do think he's been kind of annoying on this press run, but my fucking God, I could not get enough of him. Obviously the character, he's like this seductive, charming fella. It's not a groundbreaking story, but the style and aesthetics of it, like honestly, maybe one of the goated tennis scenes in all of cinema.
Yeah? Okay.
And like and like one of those films, the last time I can remember feeling this way was Everything Everywhere All at Once, where I felt every single emotion. I laughed. I was scared. I was sad.
Okay.
I was disgusted. I was repulsed. I was turned on. Very.
Is it a thriller, you would say? Like, what genre would you use to describe this?
It's like a.
I love thriller. Thrillers are like my go-to genre, dude.
Much like
I love being thrilled.
Much like some of the content creators in the room, it was I was going to say genderless. It was genreless. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Don't miss genre Saltburn.
Comedy, thriller, like
so kind of like a bodies. That was pretty horror though. But I guess
some of that. It's very poppy in that it's like
So there you go. Same.
It's very poppy. I tweeted like Marie Antoinette for the fellas, even though I've never seen Marie Antoinette, but it was like a lot of MGMT. That was cool.
Oh shit.
Because it was of the era, of the time.
You see all the Travis Kelce MGMT Electric Feel. Yo, should we do Electric Feel outro music? All time slapperoni, dude.
Not my favorite.
What is?
Oh, also all time karaoke scene.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw in the trailer they kind of allude to.
I got inspired to do karaoke that I did afterwards, and I did MGMT Kids, mainly because it is my favorite MGMT song, but also it's the only MGMT song in the karaoke catalog. You were a child crawling on your knees towards it.
So should we do that? Should we do Kids?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, very it was one of those movies where I didn't want it to end. I was having such a good time.
Oh, really? Damn. Okay.
So funny. Again,
so the snooze will mean zero snoozes.
Zero snoozes.
Wow,
also,
rare.
The seats weren't recliners. I think we were too close to the.
Yeah, they're kind of
not.
They're just like they're little bouncy boys.
Yeah, so I was fucking upright and erect the whole time.
You were fucking locked in,
bro. There's
very rare.
There's like two.
Oh, movie of the year, Killers, Flower Moon. Come on, bro.
I had more fun. I had a better time.
Save it for the Fitties. You get to cast your vote just like everybody else.
I wish Saltburn was fucking 4 hours long, like Marty's fucking mid shit. Also we haven't seen Napoleon yet, but
but apparently not great,
dude.
Sir
Saltburn
Ridley.
fucking like there were maybe 2 or 3 shots where it's like you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're fucking doing this.
Jenna wants to see it. We're gonna see it in theaters. Oh, I hope we have time with fucking the holidays and shit.
Definitely worth seeing in theaters. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like groundbreaking in like the story or the plot or anything. Great acting, Jacob Elordi. I fucking love you, Barry. Love you.
So who between the two, the heavyweight battle? Because everyone's whole thing is with Elordi this year, right? Forget about the fits, like we said. Forget about Euphoria and being a pretty face. Everyone's like, yo, this guy has chops. And Barry is like I've said this before. Barry Keoghan is my Timothy Chalamet. Like this dude, whether it's fucking Killing of a Sacred Deer,
Banshees,
whether it's fucking Banshees, whether it's how he's going to be the new Joker, right? That was teased at the end of the Batman. Like this dude is the one.
Yeah.
He is fucking gas.
He's good. I do think that Elordi, like I came in again, kind of low expectations, but he was just so seductive and charming, which was like kind of his character.
So seductive.
Which is his character. So he clearly worked in the film, worked on me. Is he a one-note guy where he's just like, yo, I'm the fucking hot guy? Like maybe.
I mean, he's so hot, dude.
So hot.
What do you expect?
I walked out of there and was like, yo, can I pull off an eyebrow stud?
But Jacob Elordi would.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking tear up those Aussie walls.
Damn, dude. I'm happy to hear that you had not just a nice theater going experience, but that the snoozometer is at an all-time low. I haven't heard about him. I haven't heard you be like, yo, this is I'm locked into a flick in a long time.
This movie had 0 down moments. Just fucking all killer, no filler.
Love that.
All gas, no breaks. All giggles, all jump scares, all everything. So highly recommend flick of the year for sure. Just it's one of those movies you walk out of, you're just like, yo, I feel fucking good. I feel good.
Yeah. Okay. You were jacked up.
It was jacked to the tits.
Can I do a little Larry movie time?
Yeah. How many movies did you watch on?
So I watched the entire Alien franchise.
Wow. Typical Tuesday for you.
And I'm not going to bore you and the audience ranking them because everyone knows it's Alien, Aliens, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and then whether
wait, how many are there?
3 or Resurrection. You whatever you want to do. Resurrection. Yeah, those are your 2 bottom ones. But I will say, dude,
you watched 1, 2, 3 or Alien. What do you watch?
Well, it goes the OG's Alien, perfect movie. Yeah. Then the sequel, James Cameron, amazing. They switch up the genre. They go from fucking horror thriller to action. That's James Cameron Aliens. Then you have David Fincher's debut as a director, Alien 3. Then you have Alien Resurrection. Then you have Ridley Scott tap back in to do the prequels, which goes Prometheus and Alien Covenant. So that is 6 movies.
You watched 6 movies on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and I started Good Time.
Wow.
But anyway, that's not why I bring it up. Because the rankings are the rankings. Everyone already knows, right? We don't need to get into it.
Sure.
A goated fit of all time in cinema, right? Harry Dean Stanton as Brett in Alien, bro. Holy shit! I'm only mentioning it so I can zoot it because everyone needs to fucking see this if they haven't seen it. And that's why I pod. I pod for Zoods and Zoods alone. And then Alien, perfect movie in the sci-fi horror thriller genre. I also recently was on a John Carpenter kick, and I watched John Carpenter's The Thing. And another fucking goated fit is Kurt Russell in The Thing as R.J. McCready. Another fucking instant zooted classic all-time cinema fit, which will also be thrown up on stories.
You really
that's all I wanted to get to.
You really just think, oh, what do I want to post on Instagram? Let me talk about it on Instagram on pod.
But these are movies that listen.
Did you read the Ridley Scott profile in the New Yorker?
No, I did not. But I will say, I know I don't read. It is queued up, but I'm just really nervous.
So he talks about how Sigourney Weaver was like, they wanted her to be like the studio wanted it to be like a sexy, like a bad bitch.
Yeah,
and he's like, no, she's a fucking astronaut that is like. Has to escape the exploding patches or whatever.
She's a lieutenant. Exploding patches?
Hatches.
Oh, okay. And chest busters
or the
and xenomorphs.
The airlock or whatever the fuck.
You know how it's funny how like Ridley Scott, like the movie that really put him on the map, right? His name is Ridley and the main character is Ripley. And to me, that's very funny. And I was reading about it. And the whole thing was when the script was written, they used they thought it maybe would be a guy. He wanted to be a woman, but they used just kind of like a generic Ripley as a last name, obviously, could be. Her name is Ellen Ripley.
Believe it or not.
But yeah, exactly. The reason I haven't read the profile is because I'm just...
Paywall.
No, I'm hearing really unfortunate things about Napoleon because the trailer looks so fucking sick. And I, like you, after Saltburn, jacked to the tits. And I was so pumped. But now I'm hearing that it's a comedy and no one knows that they're in a comedy, and it's one of those where it's like, I don't want Sir Ridley to be like fucking, I don't want people fucking shit on this man's name. Like The Last Duel to me is good. Like I enjoy that.
Well,
even though like it's getting fucking ravaged and people are making fun of the haircuts.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but I guess the thing with Napoleon was Ridley Scott was like, all right, what's the actual gist of the story that I can tell here? Because you can't just do the whole Napoleon fucking conquers the world because people have done that. And it's just too much for, a single movie. So he focuses in on his relationship with Josephine, is that her name? Mm-hmm. And how he's just a fucking bitch ass cuck.
Yeah.
Where like he's a bitch made cuck with her, but then he's he has a Napoleon complex where he like has to be a despotic ruler.
You don't say.
And like
it was named after him.
Exactly.
In fact.
And kind of like the tension between those two.
Yeah.
So that's like the extent where it's like, yeah, like you're making. I'm
going to read it on the train ride home.
A little bitch.
2 final points before I get out of here. One is that speaking of Kubrick earlier with JB going Kubrick mode on set, one of the all-time great unfinished movies is Kubrick is working on his own Napoleon biopic, like epic, and it was never finished. But you can like, I think they published like all of like the sketches and ideas and like the stuff that he was planning for that. So speaking of Napoleon,
it's in the article.
Oh, it is. Oh, great.
Yeah.
So how did they talk about like how far he got or if it ever was going to be realized or he like just shelved it for
I think it got shut down, and I think Ridley Scott was like he like studied it, he studied the material, but then he's looking at that and he's like, damn, how do I like make this my own? And the crazy thing about him, do you know about like the Ridley Grams? Or that's what they called? Where he does like crazy sketches.
Oh yeah.
So Ridley Scott's like, he's a wild illustrator.
Fire.
And he's like storyboarding, but it's like so obsessive and so detailed. And the minutia is so crazy.
He's a goat.
That, I mean, he himself is like he himself is in every movie. I guess is like one of the other conceits of the article because it talks with
everything's very personal for him. His filmmaking is very personal. Even if they're genre.
No. It's like you can find a version of Ridley Scott in each of his movies.
Interesting.
And usually it's like a side character or like a pivotal person, but this time like Napoleon is him.
Damn.
He is Napoleon.
He's a cuck.
Also, his mother's always in the films as well.
Okay.
Apparently.
Honestly, in Alien, a lot of themes about motherhood.
That was his mom.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. In the New Yorker, does he have the quote where he's like, "Listen, bro, I don't know if he actually like shot a pyramid, but like he was in Egypt and it seemed sick." Like, was that from that article too? Because I saw that floating around. I'm like, that rocks, dude. Because that's the best part of the trailer. He fucking fires a cannon at the fucking Great Pyramids of Giza.
He's like, people just need to fucking shut up and relax. Like, it's a movie. Also, he's like, fuck the French. The French don't even like themselves.
Damn, dude.
Bars.
Damn, he got bars for the fucking fry. Well, you know what? He's an Englishman.
Saltburn, Flick of the Year, and a night. I looked it up. Knighted in 2003. Saltburn, Flick of the Year, Napoleon, TBD, but people are saying it's either a blastic or it's fucking dog shit.
Maybe
that's how you know it's good.
Maybe we do a bro movie date like we did with Top Gun Maverick and we can do a full deep dive on the pod.
I already got tickets, so.
Okay, never mind. All right, guys, see you next week.